Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Faqih Al Farisi from 5D English Department, Tarbiyah and Tadris Faculty, University of Islamic State, Fatmawati, Soekarno. In an education system, the curriculum is dynamic and must always be changed and developed. Changes and development so that it can keep up with the development and challenges of the times. However, changes and development must be done systematically, directed, not just change. The history of the curriculum in Indonesia has through a long journey. History records this change starting in 1957, 1952, 1964, 1975, 1984, 1994, 2004, 2006, 2013, emergency, and the last one, independent curriculum. Furthermore, the factors that influence change in the curriculum, the first factor is the change in political system. Regime change inevitably affects the education system in a country. Second, social and cultural changes, because every social and cultural problem must be harmonized with the world of education. Third, economic factors, and the last one, science and technology. Okay, the first 1947 curriculum, Rencana Pelajaran. This curriculum was the first curriculum since Indonesian independence. Change in the direction of education were more political, because at the time there were still many colonized in Indonesia. This curriculum was only implemented in 1950. The education taught in this curriculum focused more on building the character of Indonesian people who are independent, sovereign, and social. 1952 Curriculum, Rencana Pelajaran Terurai. This curriculum further details each subject with letter name Rencana Pelajaran Terurai 1952. This curriculum already leads to a national education system. The most prominent and of the same time characteristic of this 1952 curriculum is that each lesson plan must pay attention to the content of the lessons that are connected to everyday life. Okay, next, 1964 curriculum, Rencana Pendidikan 1964. The government again refined curriculum system in Indonesia. This time it was named Rencana Pendidikan 1964. The main ideas of the 1964 curriculum that characterize this curriculum are that the government had a desire for the people to gain academic knowledge for provision at the elementary level, so that learning is centered on the Pancawardhana, namely moral development, intelligence, emotional or artistic, skill, and physical development. Curriculum 1968. The birth of the 1968 curriculum was political, replacing the 1964 Rencana Pendidikan, which was imagined as a product of the old folder. In terms of educational goals, the 1968 curriculum aims that education is emphasized on effort to form human beings, Pancasila, strong and physically healthy, heightening intelligence and physical skills, moral, character, and ethics. Physical, moral, ethical, and religious beliefs. In this curriculum, it appears changes in the structure of the education curriculum from Pancawardhana to Pancasila soul development, basic knowledge, and special skills. 1975 curriculum. The 1975 curriculum emphasized goals so that education is more effective and efficient. The background of the birth of this curriculum is the influence of concept in the field of management, namely MBO, or Management of Objective. Management, namely MBO, Management by Objective, which was well known at the time. Methods, materials, and teaching objectives are detailed in the procedure for the development of instructional system, or PPSI, known as the lesson unit. Okay, the 1984 curriculum, the enhanced 1975 curriculum. The 1984 curriculum promotes a process skill approach, although it prioritizes process approach, but the goal factor is still important. This curriculum is also often called the enhanced 1975 curriculum. The position of students is placed a subject of learning, from observing something, classifying, discussing, to reporting. This model is called Student Active Learning, or CBSA, or Student Active Learning, or SAL. Curriculum 1994 and Curriculum Supplement 1999. The 1994 curriculum is the result of an effort to integrate the previous curriculums, especially the 1975 and 1984 curriculum. Unfortunately, the combination of objective and process have not been successful, so that a lot of criticism came caused by the student learning load is considered too heavy, from national content to local content. The material local content is tailored to the needs of each region. For example, local language, regional arts, regional skills, and others. Various interests of community groups also urged that certain issues be included in the curriculum. Finally, the 1994 curriculum was transformed into a super intensive curriculum. The fall of the Suharto regime in 1998 was followed by the 1999 curriculum supplement. But the changes were more about patching up a number of subject matters. Okay, the next curriculum 2004. KBK, or Competency-Based Curriculum. The replacement for the 1994 curriculum is the 2004 curriculum, called the Competency-Based Curriculum, or KBK. A competency-based education program must contain three main elements, namely selection of competencies, selection of appropriate competencies, specification of evaluation indicators to determine the success of competency achievement of competencies, and learning development. The KBK has the following characteristics as follows: emphasize the achievement of student competencies both individually and classically, but oriented to learning outcomes and learning development. Learning outcomes and diversity. Learning activities use a variety of approaches and methods. Learning results are not only teachers but also other learning research that fulfill educational elements. The next 2006 curriculum, KTSP, Education Unit Level Curriculum. The implementation of the KBQ was still under a limit test, but in early 2006, the limit test was discontinued. And then, with the issuance of Ministerial Regulation Number 24 of 2006, which regulates the implementation of Ministerial Regulation Number 22 of 2006 concerning curriculum content standard, and Ministerial Regulation Number 23 of 2006 concerning curriculum content standard. Curriculum content standard and Ministerial Regulation number 23 of 2006 concerning graduation standard, the 2006 curriculum was born. The 2006 curriculum is basically the same as the 2004 curriculum. The prominent difference lies in the authority in its preparation, which refers to the spirit of decentralization of the education system. In the 2006 curriculum, the central government sets competency standard and basic competencies. While the school, in this case, the teacher is required to be able to develop in the form of syllabus and assessment in accordance with the conditions of the school and its region. And the region, the result of the development of all subjects compiled into a device called the Education Unit Level Curriculum, or KTSP. Okay, next, 2013 curriculum. The competency-based 2013 curriculum focuses on the acquisition of certain competencies by learners. Certain competencies by learners. Therefore, this curriculum includes a number of competencies and a set of learning objectives that are stated in such a way that their achievement can be observed in the form of behavior, or in such a way that their achievement can be observed in the form of learner behavior or skills as a criterion of success. Learners' behavior or skills as a criterion of success. Learning activities need to be directed to help learner master at least minimum competency level. Minimum competency level of competence, so that they can achieve the goals that have been set. The main theme of the 2013 curriculum is to produce Indonesian people who are productive, creative, innovative, effective, through observation of attitudes, skills, and integrate knowledge. Knowledge that is integrated. To realize this, in the implementation of the curriculum, teachers are required to professionally design effective and meaningful learning and meaningful organized learning. Choose the right learning approach, determine learning procedures and competency formation appropriate. Determine learning produce and competency formation effectively, and set success criteria. Okay, next we move to Curicullum Merdeka. Before we implemented to Curicullum Merdeka, we have implemented an emergency curriculum because at the time Indonesia experienced a pandemic caused by COVID-19, which caused the closure of schools and public place. Therefore, the government issued a work from home emergency curriculum, so online learning. Okay, next, Curicullum Merdeka. It's a curriculum with intracurricular learning with diverse content to optimize students' learning and give them enough time to deepen concepts and strengthen competencies. The first Curicullum Merdeka was launched in 2022. Merdeka Belajar Curicullum Merdeka Belajar is an innovation in Indonesian education that aims to develop students' learning potential and interests. The goal is to explore the greatest potential of school teachers and students and improve the quality of learning independently. In Merdeka Belajar Curriculum, students are given the freedom to organize their own learning, so they feel more responsible for their learning. In this way, students become more active in the learning process and gain a better understanding of the material being taught. Okay, thanks for your attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.